Damn it! What I should have done is left that up in the air.
Ooh, that's nasty.
Oh my word!
Look at that! Just crazy.
Oh, that's not going anywhere.
We had a budget of a mere 5k to find a British sports car.
Yeah, that's right. $5,000 to find a running classic.
Welcome to the first video ever that we're doing of this. We are in Arizona and we are going to pick up a old
That is crusty.
60-year-old British sports car. And we're going to drive it all the way back to San Diego from here.
Yeah, which is a really bad idea.
We're about to embark on a 7-hour drive in the dark as we just bought this thing back to San Diego. And we're off for mile 100 and she's doing amazing.
Our rev gauge is not working and our miles per hour is a little bit dodgy.
This is rest stop number 1.
Our fuel gauge just started working. That's mile 200. Another 200 to go.
And this
We're at mile 300.
is the final stop of the night. And now it's 3 a.m. The MG is going to get on this right now and go all the way up to San Francisco to Livermore, where we'll be working on it this week in the garage, getting some work done on the MG.
Here it is, parked up. She's ready to go to NorCal.
So the MG, which is now in the truck, is first traveling for 25 minutes with this thing. It's a Ford GT 350 from like the 60s too, and then he's picking up a Ferrari Berlinetta, I think it is, and it's going up to San Francisco with that. All right, she's officially going up to the bay right now. You're gonna catch her on the other side when my dad picks her up.
Oh yeah.
And of course, my grandparents were in town, so we had to take Grammy out in the 1966 MG. My granddad used to actually own one of these cars and loved to work on it back in the 60s as well. So it was a fun moment for them. You'll see my granddad later on in the video. We have a 1966 MG. She is in perfect working order. There was really nothing wrong with her, but me and Dad decided that we need to make improvements to the car. So we're gonna go around, we're gonna show you a couple of things that kind of do need some work and kind of do need some things doing to it. Getting right in with opening the hood. Look at that giant engine right there. Now we're making a few upgrades here. The first one is gonna be this radiator right here. We're going to upgrade it to an aluminum or aluminium if you're from the UK with us. Cool radiator right here. We're going to change the generator. Come around here, come around. The generator right here. We're going to change that to an alternator, and we're going to have to go in and change the fuel pump. And the reason for that is, believe it or not, this car is a positive ground. If you know anything about cars, that never happens anymore. They're all negative ground. So we're gonna switch it over. That allows us to change it to an alternator. Should help the battery life just be a bit nicer and stuff. The next repair that we have is right here. As you can see, it's a little loose. Luckily, it's just a rusted bolt underneath. Moving around the vehicle, everything else is pretty good. This light right here has a crack in it. We're not gonna get this done this time, but that's gonna be like a 2-minute fix that I'll get to do. And then, in some of my previous videos on this car on my Instagram, the speedometer is a suggestion rather than accurate. We could be traveling anywhere from 70 to 40 miles an hour at one point in time, which is obviously not accurate.
Our rev gauge is not working and our miles per hour is a little bit dodgy.
So that's one thing that we're gonna take a look at. And then also the fuel gauge can be kind of temperamental along with the actual rev gauge as well. So I think there's just something back there sticking it or whatever. So we're gonna try and get in from this side and see what we can kind of do there as well. Other than that, she is in beautiful condition. She's got a couple of blemishes here and there, but overall an absolutely beautiful vehicle. And one thing we also did discover on this car, which was interesting to me, was that it's actually originally a British Racing Green MG, as you can see right there. So someone decided to turn it yellow, and I'm in two minds about it. I love British Racing Green cars, like it's my favorite color ever on a car.
but this just works. This yellow is just perfect. So, let's get on with the show. All right, what have we got?
We have, hopefully, an aluminium radiator in here. Yes. Oh, look at that bad boy. Nice, shiny. And in here, I believe we're going to have an alternator to replace the generator. Yes, looks like it comes complete with a replacement belt as well. Nice. That's all the mounting hardware, the adapter bracket. Oh yeah. Shiny, look at that. And then the last piece of the puzzle is a fuel pump. No, honest, there's a fuel pump in there somewhere.
That's tiny.
Yep.
That's all it needs?
Yep. That's the largest of engines, isn't it? And then here, new hoses for the radiator.
And then, my favorite purchase of all, new hats.
Well, they're drum brakes back here, they're not disc brakes.
And so, with all good car jobs, it starts with taking off the bonnet or the hood, if you're in America, and beginning digging into the engine.
All right, well, we've made an interesting discovery. As you can see, this is not tightened up. It's been completely removed. And the reason for that is because as I was trying to screw this up, the entire bolt sheared off. Should look like that. It looks like that. And we also found an interesting thing. So this mirror, I never thought was a turn signal mirror. It just looks normal. You can see me and then shine it. It's also a turn signal mirror. And then if you look underneath, there is the wire, and here is the taped off wire that should go up to this mirror. So that was your discovery about them. I didn't think it was, but we found that out. All right, we're going in. We're gonna release the coolant from the radiator, so hopefully I don't get soaked. Funny, isn't it? When it comes to this sort of stuff, Dad just is like, yeah, really, you got that. Oh, that's not going anywhere.
No. Hammer time. Use this to get across these.
Use this. And like use it as leverage, like this.
Yeah, but that's it. Like, not.
Try and get as horizontal as possible.
Oh yeah, you can try it that way if you like. I was thinking I'd go the other side as well. Maybe it's not going to work. So it kind of goes across like that. See there, you gotta, and then I can't do it one-handed like that. See how it's. There you go.
Ooh, hits. Looks like it's peeing. The car is peeing.
It looks the colour.
It looks like a cider.
That's probably not been flushed in a while, mate. It's probably a good job you're giving that a little flush.
There we go. No splashes. I'm safe. What are we doing now while we're waiting for it to drain?
So whilst we're waiting for it to drain, we're just undoing the hoses, ready to whip the hoses off. Another hose down here to take off. And then it's basically 3 bolts either side of the radiator, and we can get the radiator out and we can get our new one in.
And so when it circulates around the engine, it comes out, through, and back in.
Yeah, so just here, where it looks really, really rusty, that is your water pump. So what happens is that pump is drawing water from the bottom of the radiator there, circulating it around the engine to cool it, and then it's coming back through here into the radiator, and then obviously going through the radiator to cool. So cold air, cold water even, is being drawn up into the engine. Hot water circulates at the top. The new radiator came with a set of hoses, so we're just, before we take any hoses off, we're just marrying up the hoses that arrived to make sure we know where they all go. So clearly that's a top hose, ready to replace that one. And then when we look at the shape of this, with a piece coming off, we can see that we've actually got 3 individual pieces here.
All clamped together.
All clamped together, so that can get replaced by a single new hose.
Where does this one go?
Leaving just one piece. Definitely don't need that.
So now it was time for us to undo all of the hoses and get that old radiator out, ready and prepped for the new one to go in.
Okay, so battery is located right here. So Dad told me this was interesting. So this right here is a 12-volt battery, but there's, as you can see, there's like 2 battery bays. And that's because in the cars like this, they used to run 2 6-volt batteries, one there, one there. Is that for like balance? What was that for?
Battery technology wasn't what it is today.
So you couldn't get a 12-volt battery.
Well, yeah, bigger cells, bigger batteries.
There you go.
Or I could be talking bollocks. It could even be something to do with weight distribution for left or right hand drive, but I doubt that. I seem to recall it was something to do with having 2 6-volt in series. So if you put 2 batteries in series, you add the voltage. So 6 and 6 makes it a 12-volt system. If you put it in parallel, you have 6 volts, but twice the power.
Can you tell that this guy was an electrical engineer? Yeah, that just, for me, that just... Cool, so I'm gonna disconnect this battery so we don't destroy any electricals up front.
Okay, so time to button it up and put it back together. We have the generator that we're going to swap out for the alternator, which means we no longer need this voltage regulator. So we're just going to sort out some wiring, sort out that, put the radiator back in and sort out the fuel pump, and then we're pretty well buttoned up and we can just put things back together.
All right, the generator is unscrewed. It's time to slide it out and off. There we go. Take the fan belt off. Probably have unplugged these first, but oh well. Oh, there's our generator. So if anybody has an MG and they want a fully functioning generator, then here is one. Here's the old one, and here's the new alternator that we're putting in. There you go. Look at that. I just realized that the wheels on them for the fan belt are completely different sizes. Is that gonna mess it up? It's gonna make it, oh, it's gonna make it spin faster, isn't it?
Well, that is going to lower the gearing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And what is the difference between a generator and an alternator?
This alternates, this generates. Okay, and as you could probably tell when I was holding up the alternator next to the generator, the alternator is like much more compact. So before I put that on, I've got to put this adapter on, which goes in place of this one right here, so that it like shortens that bracket gap just a little bit. So we're gonna replace that right now. Old bracket, new bracket, that's like the size difference between the two. So that's how much it'll push it in. We're putting this one in now. Okay, brand new alternator is officially in. It was a bit complicated trying to get all these bolts to work, but we figured it out. It's in for good. The fan belt is all under tension and everything. So now we're gonna move back in the car, as you can see, and we're gonna start working on the battery, making sure the polarity is reversed over there, as well as then also on the fuel pump, because that's part of that reversing of polarity we have to do as well. So let's go over there.
We have just reversed polarity on the fuel pump.
Let me see what have you done?
Okay, can you see up there?
I can see you're pointing.
There's a terminal up there, and then there's a terminal on the back of the pump over here. And basically, I took the wire off of this terminal and this one, and I switched them over because obviously we had a positive and negative coming to the pump, and we've literally just switched that round so that when we reconnect the battery in the other way, it will be providing power in reverse to the pump.
Well, that's the theory anyway, right?
Yeah.
So I bought another pump over here, which we know for sure works in both directions in terms of polarity. You can have it as a positive ground or as a negative ground. It looks like this, quite small. But they do say on the original fuel pumps, you can't change the polarity. We don't know if this is the original fuel pump or not. So we're gonna test out with this one. If we need to change it, obviously we've got a new one. But yeah, that's what we're gonna figure out.
So Rio's done a fantastic job, fitted the new alternator, and we're just gonna have to do a little bit of rewiring, pretty straightforward. So we'll do that momentarily, but just before we do that, we're gonna get the radiator back in, button up all of this so that we can then put hoses on, and then basically this wiring will be the final job.
Can you talk us through the wiring? Because I would like to see if anybody in this vlog can understand aside from you, because I do not.
Okay, so this is the starting point, which is this is how it was wired with the generator. And the generator required a voltage regulator, which is this device.
Look at that. That looks sick. So now it was time for us to put the new radiator in. So you can see us here tightening up all the bolts on each side of the radiator, making sure it is nicely and secured. The bracket on the radiator was slightly bent, so we had to do a little bit of bending to make sure it got correctly into place and sat properly within the frame. But once that was all sorted, it was time to move to the next job. So now we're putting on all of the hoses, buttoning it up so that we can get on to the final job, which is going to be the electricals, which we thought was going to be simple.
So we're about to connect these two wires, the field wire to this generator warning lamp wire. And we've got a couple of female connections at the moment, which would appear not compatible. So what we're going to do is take two wires, two connectors that are compatible, and we're going to put a bit of shrink wrap on, and we're going to be able to then just connect these, shrink wrap that on it, and it'll look super tidy.
So the last job of the car was making sure that we cut out that voltage regulator and made sure all of the electricals were correct. Now we thought that we did this absolutely perfectly, but as you'll see later on in the video, that was not the case. All right, so everything is in place. Over here, Dad did an amazing job of all the wiring. Look how clean that all looks. Perfect. And then we have just filled the radiator just with water for now because we don't have any coolant. We're going to do that tomorrow. So we're just going to fill it up so it has some water running through it while we're testing if we haven't broken the car and if everything works. And yeah, I'm going to go connect the battery. You guys are going to check to see if there's smoke coming from anywhere, which means we've done a bad wiring job. Okay, moment of truth. We put the lucky MG hat on. Will it turn over?
No, just ignition first to see if there's any smoke.
That's normal. It does it every time.
Does it?
Yeah.
Well, that's good because that means
That's the water pump. That's the fuel pump.
fuel pump. Yeah, so that's an encouraging sign. No smoke over there, obviously. No smoke over here yet. Okay. Actually, we're still jacked. Do we really want to start it when we're still jacked?
Yes, because if we take it off,
That's right.
we come into this still full. Right, here we go. Uh-oh. That's right, she no longer started. So we had taken a huge step back and we only had 24 hours until I needed to drive the vehicle. We tried all different types of things. We thought it might be the starter motor. We thought that it might be one of the electricals that we had got wrong. We went through every single connection that we had made, but we just could not figure out what the issue was until okay, we have a bit of a crisis on our hand. As you saw in yesterday's part of the video, we didn't get the car started and it left me and Dad stumped a little bit over last night, but we spent a lot of time figuring out what the issue is, and it is this, our distributor. So this is the thing that allows the spark plugs to fire in the engine. That's why you could just hear it last night just ticking over, ticking, 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 and no spark was happening. And this is because this is also a positive earth distributor. So thank you to Mr. Bezos and Amazon. We were able to get this in today. We literally ordered it this morning and got it this evening. So we're gonna put this in and fingers crossed it all goes well. Because if it doesn't, I have no vehicle to drive back home in. So we have exactly 12 hours until I'm driving back to San Diego. So this either works or I'm walking. And while Dad's working on getting that installed, I'm going to empty the radiator of water that we put in last night. And I'm going to put in some actual antifreeze coolant into the radiator. Okay, it's officially the moment of truth. Will she now start? We've installed the part. I put coolant in. We're gonna have to put some more coolant in here. But this is the test. You ready? Alright, 3, 2, 1. Uh-oh.
Okay, try it again.
Well, I think it's fair to say it is not going to plan at the moment. It's still not starting, and we have made some progress in knowing that it is probably something to do with the timing that we've thrown out. So we're trying a new setup now, making sure that the correct cylinders are firing at the correct time. So fingers crossed that we've found the problem. We know this is the problem. We just got to find a solution to it now. But it's getting late. We don't have much time left before this has got to be driving on the road. I think it's ready. You want to take the light out so it doesn't fall in accidentally?
That's safe.
Well, it's officially defeated us for another night. We just cannot figure out. We know it's either timing or spark or both, but we just cannot figure it out. So we've got a neighbor across the road who has an old, is it a 60s or 70s Mustang? 66 Mustang, so same year as this. So we're gonna give him a call in the morning, see if he has some tools to help us with the properly, sorting out timing and seeing if the spark plugs are actually firing, so we can start to isolate issues. But still noon tomorrow, so we're 14 hours away from when I should be driving back to San Diego. So we still have time. It'll be an early start, see if we can fiddle with it a little bit more, and then hopefully our friend can help us out. But goddamn, this thing, jeez.
Okay, so after 24 hours of scratching our heads, something like that, and wondering whether we're ever going to get this project done in time for the journey down south, I had to call a friend. And that friend was Steve, who lives opposite, and he's awesome. So he came over and he helped me go through and diagnose what might be wrong. And this little culprit was the problem. So when the car was a positive earth, this lead coming off of the frame of the car went to the positive terminal to power the coil. Stupidly, I connected it to the earth when we switched over to negative earth, thinking that's what you do. But that then just took away the signal from the distributor to the coil, so we didn't have a spark. The minute I took this out, we got spark again, and lo and behold, boom, up she fired like a trooper, because she's a great little engine. And so all we had to then do was just adjust the timing that was ever so slightly off. It's now running at between 10 and 14 degrees idle, so spot on the money. Rio, let's see if you can fire it up for us.
Yeah, I haven't heard it fire up yet because I've been working this morning. So this is going to be my first time, so we'll put the phone down here.
Here we go. So don't touch any pedals.
Yep.
It should just crank on the key. Yep.
And finally, she started up. I cannot tell you how relieved we were to see that she was finally working. And after all of that, she was running a ton better. The timing was correct, and also she was running a lot cooler than she ever had before, thanks to that brand new radiator. So it was all worth it in the end, and now it was time for us to take her all the way back 450 miles down the California coast. Okay, here we are. We got Lils, my sister.
What's up?
The MG is officially ready to make the big trip from up here in NorCal down to San Diego. It's about 450 miles the trip, and we're also going to take coastal roads, so it's really pretty. We're going to take you guys along with us and get some awesome footage of this just absolute beauty of a car. It's been a little bit difficult to deal with over the past few days, but we're super excited. Lils brought her camera too. She's gonna snap some pics of it while we go down the coast too. But yeah, I think it's gonna take us 2 days. So we're gonna drive tonight, we're gonna drive today. We'll take you along with us, obviously show you a bit of the coast, but you'll see most of the coast stuff tomorrow.
Yep.
And we're also gonna stop in at Cars and Coffee.
Yes, I'm
That's
excited
gonna be
for that.
really cool. Really
That's gonna be
cool.
awesome.
All right, let's go.
Woo!
All right, we just made it to our first rest stop where we're gonna get some gas. Lily now needs to find out where the gas cap is.
Is it that?
It is. That is the gas cap right there.
What is that?
It's the most awkward position in the world. All right, what's Lily's snacks of choice?
I have air fried salt and vinegar crisps, so we'll see if those are any good. And I've got the green edition, the best edition.
We're Red Bull buds.
There she goes.
Uh-oh.
There she is. She's alive.
So if you've made it this far in the video, then thank you so much. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We have got so much more content coming like this, and we hope that as you're watching this video, you're getting just as much fun and enjoyment as we had making it.
All right, we made it to our first stop, Pismo Beach, and just look how beautiful it looks. The sun, the coast. This thing has been amazing. It's not skipped a beat at all. I've been super impressed by everything. The work we did to it has also been just perfect. It runs so much better. I did do a big drive like this, about 8 hours, when I actually originally bought the car. I bought it, drove it back from Arizona that night. It was about 8 hours, but it's running so much smoother now. I think we really sorted out the timing and stuff like that on it. So yeah, what a trip so far. It's been amazing. And man, just look at this view. Pismo Beach is crazy. All the birds are over there on the rock. The beach is down there. Pretty special moment with the car. Amazing.
All right, what stop are we at?
We are at Harry's Pizza. That's not it. Wait. Harry's Plaza Cafe. Ready to eat because we are starving.
We left dinner a little bit too late, so we're both just ready to eat. So this server needs to hurry up.
What did we order?
A Cookie Monster, apparently. Where's the cookie? Oh, I found some.
It is the last push of the journey. I know we said on the vlog at the start that we're actually going to probably stay a night here in Santa Barbara, but we're both feeling good. The car's doing great, so we don't want to take our chances, and we're going to keep pushing on. Whether we go all the way to San Diego tonight, we don't know. We're kind of seeing whether it will be the case, but we're pushing on right now into the night a little bit, and it also helps the car a little bit. How cold it is outside helps it from any overheating. It hasn't been today, but it just does help a little bit. So we're going to push on and at least get past the horrible LA traffic, because that would suck tomorrow. So let's go. officially made it. Back to San Diego. We pushed through. It's
like 1 in the morning.
1:15 a.m. and we always break because people are sleeping. But thank you for watching the video. We had a lot of fun driving.
We did. I can't hear anything. That car's so loud.
Yes, I think we have permanent ear damage. But we're fine.
Oops.
We'll see you in the next one.